to have that. It could become a resource for you in the weeks and months and years ahead as you prepare your speeches in the future. If you would like to have a copy of a handout that covers all the material I'll be discussing, all you got to do is drop a little email address right in that little red box there. Drop in there, and I will send it to you electronically. Pronto. See, we live in an electronic age, don't we, Diane? Yes, we do. You don't have to cut down those trees for those handouts anymore. No, if you want a handout that will cover all the material that I'm going to discuss, all you got to do is give me your email address, and that's all you're going to get from me is just the handout that covers everything. All right? Those are my promises. That's the reason why we're going to be talking about it. Let me just make one thing perfectly clear before we move forward. Don't miss this. This is important. I happen to believe that public speaking is one of the performing arts. I think it's the toughest of all the performing arts. And because it really is one of the arts, I really don't think there's really any hard and fast rules when it comes to effective speaking. But over the past 10, 15, 20, 25 years, I've been able to come up with some ideas, some suggestions, some recommendations that I think can translate into a better year. Are you going to become a better communicator, a better speaker, a better Toastmaster? Yes, I believe these ideas can help you become a wild and wonderful speaker, and I want to share them with you right now. I believe there are 5 key ingredients five key ingredients to a foundation that we have to build upon in order to elevate our speaking talents up to the height, to the level of a wild and wonderful speaker. 5 foundational steps. You know, someone once told me that if you ever see a high-rise building under construction, and if you wanted to determine in advance how high that building is ultimately going to be, they tell me that all you got to do is take a look at the depth of its foundation. Well, let you and I take a look at the foundation that we must build upon in order to elevate our speaking talents up to the height, to the level of a wild and wonderful speaker. Foundational step number 1, say yes. I believe you have to adopt the say yes philosophy. Say yes to every speaking opportunity that comes your way. That was the first advice that I received when I first joined this organization, Paul. Didn't realize I'd been a member of Toastmasters for so long until just this morning when I was out by the registration thing. And you tell you what happened. I noticed this Toastmaster making his way towards me. Couldn't help but to notice him. He was short, pudgy, one little bit of hair he had left was Snow White. It was just around the ears. And he came shuffling over to me with the aid of a cane. And he got up to me and he said, "Are you Mr. Choate?" I said, "You bet I am." He said, "Mr. Choate, I was in your youth leadership class." Didn't realize I could remember that old Paul. It was a lot of years ago that I hosted that youth leadership class where I brought in the junior high and the high school students to take the Toastmaster program. But it was a lot more years ago when I received the very best advice that I could have ever received, and that was to say yes to every speaking opportunity that comes your way. Let me tell you what will happen if you'll adopt this say yes philosophy. I mean, if you will just automatically rule out the remote possibility of even considering the idea of ever saying no to a speaking opportunity, I mean, if you'll just automatically say yes, your mind will work the same way that mine did. Your mind will start working out the ways and the means for you to take advantage of that speaking opportunity. Your mind will start working out the ways and the means for you to adjust your calendar, to clear your agenda, to clean your plate so that you can take advantage of that speaking opportunity. Foundational step number 1 is to always say yes to every speaking opportunity that comes your way. Foundational step number 2, if you want to elevate your speaking talents up to the height of a wild and wonderful speaker, research your topic. Yes, I said research your topic. Now, I don't believe you have to be a knowledge bank. Don't think you have to be a walking encyclopedia. But ladies and gentlemen, I have learned over years, and Bob, you can tell by the color of this hair, it's been a lot of years. In fact, I had a friend of mine tell me just the other day, he said, "Wayne, I hope you never live to be as old as you look." I know that I'm an old man, but I have learned something over these years, and one of the things that I have learned is that if you want to elevate your speaking talents up to the height of a wild and wonderful speaker, you have to know more about your speaking topic than you can possibly deliver. in the time that's been allotted to you. Let me tell you why I think it's so important. You know, whenever